Hello and welcome to Viniar Athletic Center in Schenectady, New York on a very beautiful winter day. Today we have a great matchup between the Union College Garnet Chargers and the Clarkson Golden Knights. This one with heavy playoff implications. Just came from a women's game. Heavy playoff implications. Was a great one. Union coming out with the W. And the men's team needs to come out with a win here. Current standings, Clarkson at 6, Union at 7. Both 6 and 8 in the conference. Clarkson has the lead currently with one extra win outside of conference. So this game pretty much decides that seeding for all, giving both the tiebreaker and a one-game lead. So a huge game here for the Garnet Chargers, probably the biggest of the season so far. I mean, every game kind of compounds in how important it is as you get closer to the end of the season, but this one especially with these two teams being next to each other in standings. And Union will get a quick take off the tip-off.
Yeah, and you're talking about the parity in this league right now. We've got 6 teams with 6 or 7 wins right in the middle of the table, all vying for 3 spots in the playoffs. This is going to be a good one today.
First shot by Union College won't go. Coming back is the Clarkson Golden Knights. Clarkson finds his feet on the inside and unable to go is the board. Ends up going off, I believe, is going to be Clarkson ball. Number 12 coming to rebound. That's Steve DeRegis, the first year, and good inbound, finds his way into the basket. Number 15, Braden Burns.
And those layups are exactly the shots you don't want the other team to get coming off the inbound.
Union unable to score on the first possession, looking for something better here. Mid-ranger from the outside, won't even make it to the rim. Quickly corralled by number 21 of Clarkson, Jack Dalgety. And a three-point shot early on, and this shot clock won't go. Rebound, number 15, Connor Sapil.
Union's coming off a close loss to Vassar, who's one of those 6 teams. They've got 6 wins, the same record as both of these teams. You know, and there's a big 3. But they're looking for a better outcome today than they did last time around.
Yeah, Union on a 2-game skid, both conference losses to RPI and then to Vassar. So they need this game more than ever, and they just need to set themselves right going into the end of the season. So we'll get a travel here on Clarkson, a big momentum bringer to Union. Union 1-point lead right now. Moving fast so far through this game.
In their one matchup against Clarkson this year, Union took a close loss at Clarkson, so they're hoping to make up for that loss today.
Mid-ranger able to make it down. Number 33, Jack Plesser, the first year, has been come through big all season from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Yeah, and this team's got a lot of important first years on the team. You know, their point guard, Tanner Tedesco, has been their leading scorer and really offensive focal point. So I'm excited to see how the first years play today.
3-point shot for Clarkson. A little bit short, and it'll be corralled by Union. Moving quickly down the court, Tanner Tedesco. And makes the layup. That is number 22, Edward Baptiste. Big focal point of this team. Able to get going early. 7-2 lead for Union. Looking to pile on the points. Clarkson been a little inconsistent on offense so far. Haven't been able to get up many shots. Couple turnovers. Turnaround here, mid-ranger. Ends up dumping it off to his big man. Big man able to put it in. That's number 40, Finn Cork. Junior forward from Pelham, New York, able to use his big body there and get a shot in. Union looking to steal back the points. Good pass on the inside. Mid-ranger pulls up, unable to let it go.
That's a tough bounce there.
Good play there by Union, finding some space in the middle. Need those shots to fall. Now back defensively. Passes into the far corner. Drive, dump. And it goes. Finn Cork again for Clarkson.
And, yeah, at least in that matchup down low, I mean, Finn's a pretty big guy. They've got a bit of a size advantage. Curious to see how they use that today.
6'7" forward. Definitely a great asset to this Clarkson team. Pass to Baptiste. Unable to make the layup, but the whistle was blown first. We'll stay on this end of the court, Union ball.
Clarkson 21, Jack Dalgety, his first, team's first.
A foul will go against Jack Dalgetti. 3-point from the middle, and it goes. Number 14, Luke McGarity.
And you can't leave Luke open. That's his shot. He's hitting that all day, shooting 41 from 3 this season.
Shooting that one straight down Broadway. Now Union back on defense. 3-point opportunity. He doesn't pull it. Drives to the middle, has some space. Another 3 on the far side, wide open, and it goes. Number 15, Braden Burns. Already calling his name a couple times tonight. Freshman. Union unable to get a 3 of their own on the far side.
Quick.
Both teams pushing the pace early on.
Ooh.
Great job Union collapsing, but a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, a bit of a tough foul there. But we'll get our first free throws. Maybe not our first free throws.
That one will go against Connor Siepel. Interesting call there, but I like to see the Union defense swarming against those driving Clarkson players. Just a little bit too aggressive there. First free throw shots of the game. And this one to tie it will go. Shooting is number 3, Lemar Fulmore Jr., the sophomore from the Bronx. Only sitting at 5'10", 160. Definitely a threat out here. Already able to draw a foul. Looking for his second point of the game. And that one bounces off the back of the rim. Good board coming from Jack Blessy. I'm sorry, not Lemar Fulmore. Ryan Miles Ferguson. Check the wrong roster. Quick go up, and that will be a foul. Looking unhappy. Number 21, Jack Dalgetti. It's his second already.
This game has definitely been even so far, similar to the last game. You know, similar to their records. I'm really hoping for a close game today, and it's been living up to it so far.
Both teams coming out hot. Union able to score very quickly at the beginning of the game, but now Clarkson pulling them right back in. Looking for his second. Jack Lesser unable to make it go.
Only shooting 60 from the line there, but still, you got to at least split those.
Again, Finn Cork making a mid-ranger there to take the lead for Clarkson. First time in this game. First time since 2-0, actually. Quick drive, mid-range shot, bounces off the back of the rim. No good for Jack Blesser. Shot from the outside, unable to go, and a quick rebound by Finn Cork, passes it back out. Another 3, and that one will go long. But another offensive rebound. There's no one under the basket for Union. That one, the rebound and the points, going to Jack Dalgetti.
And on that second rebound, their center, Cork, he'd been pulled out of the paint. You know, one rebound, you know, that happens. 2 offensive rebounds, that's really unacceptable on offense.
Shot will go. Connor Siepel finds a spot and lets it fly to make it a 1-point deficit for Union College. And we'll get a quick timeout to talk all this over. Going to Union College, it looks like. Talk this over. 14-13, 14-24 left in the half. Top scorers right now, you're looking at Finn Cork for Clarkson. He's been a menace down low in the paint on offense. And on the other side, you're looking at Connor Siepel, already able to put 2 threes through.
And Cork's been grabbing a lot of rebounds, too. I mean, he's a big body. Union's going to be have to worrying about him all day.
Tied for the biggest player on the floor at 6'7". 2 of those for Union and 2 for Clarkson. But Finn Cork's been making it happen so far. Union keeping their players pretty far up the floor here. Now they'll walk it back. Still have a couple players engaged in a press. Haven't seen this yet this game. They will get the inbound. That'll be Ryan Miles Ferguson taking it down. Union gets some good pressure, but Miles Ferguson able to break it. Tries to get a pass to Finn Cork. Finn Cork unable to handle it. Good job by Union hopping on that.
Yeah, and they really sped up Clarkson's offense there, and it resulted in a good turnover.
Union has a couple substitutes on the floor looking to find some offense. Tedesco working on the outside. Passes it away.
A quick shot.
And that one will go. Number 24, Christian Dufort. Takes another three. Union's been letting them fly, and it's been working. 16-14 lead for Union. Quick drive for Clarkson. That shot will go very high. Unable to find enough space. Hits the top of the backboard. Now Union will be to inbound.
And Dufort's another player new to the Union College team, transferred from Ithaca this year. And a lot of new faces on this team. Like I said, they're providing a lot of good points.
Another one from Dufort, straight down the middle. I think that one will be a two. I might be wrong there. But Christian Dufort getting hot early on in this game. Clarkson trying to find someone else, and they go right back to Finn Cork. Been the center point so far. That's 8. Only 7 minutes into this game.
Cork's only averaging 7.5 points this year, already over his season average. He's been playing really well this half.
I mean, this half, just in the first couple of minutes here, very early on, is Seapool trying to find some space, but unable to do so. His pass on the inside to Christian Dufort is unable to be controlled. Now we have Clarkson going back the other way. Miles Ferguson drives to the inside. Able to rise up and get a good layup. Cuts the lead to 1 for Union. Tedesco moving back the other way.
Feeding the hot hand there.
Long pass, 3. Bounces off the front of the rim, unable to go. Miles Ferguson working again. He'll take his own 3. Bounces off the rim. And able to rise up and get the rebound is Christian Dufort.
And I think 23 Cummings, you know, with his size, he'll better be able to handle Cork down low and hold him to a little fewer rebounds, box him out a little better.
Tedesco able to turn back.
And knock down a shot, too.
Cummings with a great turnaround, staying in a good open spot. Tedesco with a great find while driving to the net. 21-18, 3-point lead for Union College. Burns driving, turns it around, gives it to Miles Ferguson. Ferguson back to Burns. Burns, 3-point from the corner, no good. Tedesco able to get the rebound off a Clarkson tip. Tedesco takes a dive into that ball, and it'll go the way of Clarkson. Great effort there by both teams trying to make a play on that. Will end up bouncing the way of Clarkson. Still a 3-point lead.
And I love Union pushing the pace there. You know, it didn't work out that time, but keeping that up, that'll produce good things.
Carrying it down the course, number 4, Matt Toscano, the first-year guard from Katona, New York. He'll hand that all off. And a quick 3 will go. Ryan Miles Ferguson able to knock one down. We've seen him attempt a few. That's his first knock. 6 points on the day. And there, Union College responding back quick. Christian Dufort again. He's hot already. 9 points, 10 minutes into this game.
And Dufort's only shooting 30% from the 3 this year, but you wouldn't know it.
Quick rebound by Matthew Garside, and he'll push the pace down the floor. Passes away to Cummings. Cummings will drive, but looks like an early travel call.
Union's 3-point shooting is really keeping this game tight in the first half. A lot of scoring going on.
Definitely, Union's done a great job from outside the arc. Working's Finn Cork start off very hot to this game. Quick layup will not go for number 4, Matt Toscano. Union try to push back. Dufort drives to the basket, and his layup will go over, but a whistle. To the dismay of Clarkson fans.
Clarkson foul number 3, Ryan Miles Ferguson, is first, team second.
It will go against Ryan Miles Ferguson. Calling his name a lot, definitely a center point of this Clarkson team, but here he'll get the foul, and going to the line is Christian Dufort. Dufort for 1. It will go.
And Dufort scored 10 in the loss against Vassar last week, so already up to his total from last game. That's a good sign for him.
Dufort for his 11th of the day. It will go. Good free throws there for Christian Dufort. Now Union keeping up a little bit of pressure in the backcourt for Clarkson. Some new players on here for Clarkson. That's Toscano. Toscano passes it off. Dalgetti for 3, well, no good. But Toscano able to find a sneaky rebound on the backside. Miles Ferguson looking to find some space. Rolls. Picks up the ball, doesn't have anywhere to go with it. A 3 as no good. Number 21, Jack Dalgetti, putting up, looks like still 4 seconds left in the shot clock, but looks a little bit of a desperation 3. Definitely not an open one. Either way, ball will be turned over to Union College.
And with Cork on the bench here and some smaller guards on, Clarkson's looking a little small. Hopefully they can take advantage of that size.
Drive to the basket, unable to go. Corralled by Clarkson. Toscano bringing it down. Passes it off. Koak. A lot of handoffs here. Makes his way back to Toscano. Miles Ferguson.
Great motion.
There's Koak with the 3 on no good. Good job boxing out for Union College to get that rebound. Union coming back the other way. Drops it back to Dufort. Dufort driving down the middle. Finds a little space. Goes up for the layup, but oh, no good. Toscano with another rebound. The guard, only 6 foot tall, but finding a few good ones right now. And there's Miles Ferguson shooting one right down the middle. Able to make it go. That's his 3rd 3 of the day, 9 points. 8 minutes left in the first. Union now cut to a 2-point lead. A lot of shots from behind the arc so far.
Yeah, and Union and Clarkson, both big three-point shooting teams, both shooting around 35% from behind the line this season. I expect to see more of that today.
Definitely a high-powered offensive matchup so far. See if that can continue. Union's had the best of it, but Clarkson's been able to come a deep deficit that they started early on in that first. Union up 9-2, but then Clarkson claw their way back. A lot what we saw in the earlier women's game. Women's team able to come with pretty significant W after trailing entering the 4th quarter, hoping to secure that 6th spot in the finals, in the playoffs for the Liberty League. This Union College men's team looking to do something very similar with a win here against Clarkson. Union College with the ball, coming out of the timeout. Drops it down low. Shot down the middle. It will go again. Christian Dufort, 14 points.
He's almost got half of Union's points so far.
They're letting him shoot it from the top of that arc, and he's making them pay. 5-point lead for Union. Miles Ferguson gets a fall, but quick drive, layup won't go. Jack Dalgetti with the attempt. First-year guard from Woodcliff Lake. Now Union moving around, a lot of dribbling. Makes his way out. Siebel with the drive and the score.
It's a strong drive right there. Union building a nice cushion in this first half right here.
Union seems pretty much unstoppable on offense so far. Clarkson hasn't been able to slow him down. Luckily, Clarkson's been able to keep pace with a few threes of their own. Here's one. No good. Bounces off the front of the rim. The attempt from Jack Dalgetty. He's been throwing them up from all behind the arc. Hasn't been able to get many through yet, though.
Interestingly, last game in their overtime dub, Clarkson shot 50% from three, a big factor in their W.
Drive and foul will go in the favor of Matthew Garside, first-year guard from Kings Park, New York.
Another big contributor. It's also a new face on the team.
2 shots for Matthew Garside.
Garside for one, and he makes it.
Yeah, also on the floor right now, number 32. That's Brendan Reed, another first year. I mean, there's a lot of youth on this team.
Brendan Reed, a two-sport athlete here at Union College, also plays baseball. But a lot of young players have came through for this team. Like we've already heard, Brendan Reed, Jack Plesser, Matthew Garside.
As Tedesco comes in for Garside.
And Tedesco as well. Even Aiden Duffy's coming at points and made some plays. Just a lot of talent on this team going into future years. But right now they're focused on the here and now, trying to make the playoffs with a win over Clarkson. Defense down low is due for it. Shot will go off the side, collected by him, and he'll bring it all the way back down. Christian Dufort turns around. This is Tedesco. Tedesco uses a pick, trying to find some space. Decides against taking the three.
Oh, and they're guarding him up close now.
Dufort throws a lob in the inside, and the layup won't go, but a great look from Christian Dufort down to Luke McGarity. Luke McGarity just barely unable to make the layup go down. Back on the court, you see Finn Cork, and he's going to start off immediately using his big size on the inside. 6'7".
I'm not sure he's missed a shot today, Connor.
Finn Cork was trying to get a closeout on a corner shooter. I believe that was McGarity, but will foul as he tries it. Love to see a big man making that effort to get to the corner, but unsuccessful there.
And Union's getting a lot of fouls this first half and not committing any. Hopefully they can get in the bonus before this is
Christian
done.
Dufort bounces off the right side of the rim, and that one will trickle out of bounds. Clarkson
He's earned that shot tonight.
He could shoot another 4 or 5 misses before anyone would say a word. Still be at his average for how many he's made already. Clarkson coming down. Need to find. They've been successful on offense, but with the pace Union's playing at, they need to do better. And there you go, Finn Cork. He's just been dominant all night. That'll bring him all the way up to 12. Not even at halftime yet.
And they really got to try to prevent the ball from getting down low to him because he's been a problem there.
Yeah, every time they found Cork in the paint, he's made pretty much all use of it. Now driving, quickly loses the ball before passing it back out. Drive to the inside, shot, and that'll be a blocking foul. I believe that will be against Cork. A little bit of a roar coming from the Clarkson fans, unhappy about that ruling. Now to shoot, Christian Dufort. Shot one. Takes a couple bounces, but finds its way home.
Speaking of the fans, we've got a crowded gym here tonight.
Yeah, fans are continuing to trickle in. You guys can see the far side pretty packed, but also our near side has many fans
Clarkson's got some supporters here.
here to watch. Two Nuggets coming back the other way. Clarkson. They're trying to find Finn Cork on the inside, but doing a great job is Jack Plesser.
And that's a good foul. I mean, to this point, they haven't been able to do anything with him in the post. So
You got to send a message at some point that you're not going to let Finn Cork sit down there and just cherry pick all these baskets. Good inbound. Good defense by Christian Dufort to prevent an effective shot from getting off. Tedesco drives, passes it back out. There's Plesser trolling it at the top. Finds McGarity. McGarity shot long, too. No good. Clarkson coming the other way. 3 from the wing. No good. A little bit of a sketchy rebound coming for Connor Siepel, but he'll make his way over there. Down comes Tedesco. Tedesco to Plesser. Plesser to Siepel. Siepel comes off the pick. Finds some space. Has to pass it out. Good job collapsing by the Clarkson defense. Tedesco, long 3. Off the front of the rim.
Clarkson being a little risky. I know you saw Dufort open there.
I did. It's definitely not the guy you want to leave open tonight, apparently. And some great defense on the inside, but Finn Cork's able to get it anyway. And he'll make the shot. Love the effort, though, coming from Jack Plesser. He got his fingertips on that, but Finn Cork able to use some good skills to control that one off the floor.
But they're definitely making more of an effort of denying him the ball. And that's an unlucky one as it just rolls right out.
Christian Dufort seemed very confused after seeing that one roll in and out. Now Connor Finn working the post-up game against Plesser. Turnaround shot, it will go, and 1.
Cork is really putting on a showing in the post right now.
Yeah, I would say Union's doing a much better job. Plesser's playing him as hard as anyone can, but Finn Cork's putting on a show, and they're not quite doing something to stop him, and on comes Aaron Cummings. Cummings seemed successful against Finn Cork. Aaron Cummings came on, played a few minutes, then they pulled Finn Cork off. But that was during one of the most successful periods for Union. Cummings on the floor. But now only a 3-point lead with the free throw incoming. This one will go. Nothing but net.
And Cork's all the way up to 17 already, and he's going to the bench.
Yeah, it looks like they'll pull him off as soon as Cummings comes on as well. Big man will need a break. He's been playing a good amount of minutes and getting a lot of points. Connor Siepel passes off to McGarity. McGarity finding Baptiste in the corner. Tedesco. Garrity. Cummings. Coming off the pick. Siepel. Siepel was looking for Cummings, unable to get it there. Will take the mid-range shot. Takes a couple bounces before finding his way into the hands of Clarkson.
Ooh, and that's a hard screen there.
Miles Ferguson coming off the screen. And there's the whistle.
Refs won't miss that kind of travel.
Pretty sure the whole arena saw that one. Inbound, Baptiste to Tedesco. Cummings up top in the middle. They're playing well off on him. Cummings takes a cut to the inside, and he'll get that lay.
Great cut there from Cummings.
Great job using the space they give him. Not being too dangerous with the ball. Gives a pass, little give and go. Great off-ball movement. Miles Ferguson, 3-pointer. Good.
It's a nice shot right there.
Ferguson with a step back there. Nice little Siepel. Finding Aaron Cummings in the middle again. Cummings working off the post, and he'll make that one go.
Yeah,
doing some great work down low.
Without Cork down there, you know, they're just asking him to go at whoever's low.
And that ball go in the favor of Clarkson, able to throw it off of Baptiste. On the way out. Inbounding, number 12, Steve DeRegis. Freshman guard from Jamesville, New York. Miles Ferguson controlling again up top, one of the star players for this Clarkson team. They sway all the way around the arc to a long 3 from the corner, no good. Steve DeRegis
Great box out.
took the shot, and then a great box out down low. Miles Ferguson will end up on the floor.
And both teams have kind of cooled down near the end of this half, so curious to see if they can get a few more buckets before we go to the locker room.
Yeah, this game started out firing, especially with the three-pointers. Now everyone's came back down to earth a little bit. Cummings from the free throw line, and he'll make that one. They've been giving him space. Now they seem to be regretting it after 2 straight buckets from him. Miles Ferguson finding space on the inside. Rolls up. Shot blocked by Baptiste. Coming the other way. Cummings with the rebound.
And number 3 for Clarkson, he's shifty, but you don't want to jump in the paint with number 22.
Yeah, he's done a good job of getting up shots so far, but that one he got in a little bit too deep. A lot of Garnett down there to collapse on you. Driving on the inside, finds some space. Ball ends up flying out. It'll go the way of Union.
Some more good defense from Union.
That was Braden Burns. He seemed very convinced that it was knocked out somehow. I didn't see much from here. It looked like maybe the Nia Baptiste, but mostly just Braden Burns last touching the ball.
And when Cork's not on the floor, defense has not been an issue for Union. I'm just hoping to see in the second half they've got a new game plan that can help, you know, at least make him miss a basket.
I don't know if we'll see Coach Chris Murphy try to match up Cummings and Finn Cork on the same shift. They've been kind of dodging each other so far. There's Baptiste, and he'll find the basket. 5 seconds left. We'll see if Clarkson trying to move quick, makes a pass midcourt, finds one for 3, no good. And we'll go into the locker room. Union on fire, 43-36. A 7-point lead after some very hot moments there. What do you think about that the first half?
Yeah, again, I think they really need to work on denying the ball to Cork and, you know, any other bigs down there. They've been having a little trouble with that, but I mean, their offense, they've been shooting the lights out so far, and they've been getting in the paint, penetrating, kicking it out to their shooters, so hopefully they keep that up in the second half.
Yeah, like you said, I think the only real defensive hole there was Finn Cork himself. A couple threes went in for Clarkson, but you definitely expect that from these high-volume shooting teams, but Finn Cork seemed to be able to score whenever you wanted. You definitely have to seal that hole. I'm sure that'll be a focus from Coach Chris Murphy in the locker room, but currently a 7-point lead for Union. That can be nothing to scoff at. We'll be back for the second half of this very exciting and playoff-implicated matchup. We'll see you in 14 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the second half of this intense matchup between the Union College Garnet Chargers and the Clarkson Golden Knights. Union's lead is ballooned all the way up to where it is now at 7 points. They've done a great job shooting. Started off a very offensively packed first half and then started to slow down as we got into the later goings of that first half. We'll see if they pick back up again after having a little bit of a rest in the locker room. Miles Ferguson working. Pass to the inside. Story of the night so far, Finn Cork was 8 for 8 until missing that shot. Union's adjustments seem to have worked.
I don't know if that's going to last for long there.
I don't know if that's a big enough sample size to say he's no longer effective, but Finn Cork, 8 for 8 in the first half, 17 points, was really what was keeping Clarkson in this game. Good drive to the inside and a basket for Jack Plesser.
Yeah, and offense was not the problem for Union in the first half, and so far it's not the problem in the second half, but we'll see how they handle Cork as he gets the ball again.
Union was cooking on all cylinders in that first. Cork getting double-teamed here, ends up passing it out. A long three coming, that one's short. And a good tip by Cork lets his teammate get the rebound. That's Braden Burns.
And when you've been playing like that all game, you're going to have that gravity. You can dish it out, find someone for an open three. You know, they missed that one.
We were talking about Cork's points. And then there comes a three. First one, Luke McGarity. Able to get up a three. He's been a little bit silent so far, but not necessarily a bad thing because his teammates were playing so well. Big story, Christian Dufort, 17 points. Was 4 for 5 from three in the early goings of this game.
Cork there.
Yeah, Cork hasn't just been an impact on the score sheet. In his own baskets, he's been getting offensive rebounds, assists, tipping rebounds out to his teammates. It's really been the biggest problem for Union all over the court. Got a kick ball here. Inbound coming. Looks like Tedesco will take it from behind.
And I hope Cummings gets another chance to defend Cork. You know, we were talking about in the first half that he kind of did a number to him when they were on the court at the same time.
Yeah, they had a brief time together about midway through that first period, and then Cummings came on, Cork came off. And then even Cummings in the later goings was playing very well offensively, so I'm sure we'll see him have quite a few minutes in the second half. Cork now with the ball at the three-point line. Works with a handoff. That's DeRegis. DeRegis off to Miles Ferguson. Ferguson, not much room to work. Great job of the Union defense. Ferguson drops the ball. Maybe was poked out as he continues his dribble. Cork drives down the middle, finds some space. Layup was no go.
Yeah, and Plesser did just enough to knock him off balance there and make that layup a little tougher on him.
Tedesco to McGarity connection just doesn't quite happen. Ball rolls out of bounds and will go back the way of Clarkson. An 8-point lead for Union right now, but you definitely don't want to see turnovers like that. The type of mistakes that can bring Clarkson back into this game quickly. Miles Ferguson can't find much space. Drive to the inside. Baptiste defending, and that pass, I believe that was going to be aimed for Cork. Ends up going out of bounds. Looks like it touched Baptiste on the way out, so we'll stay on this end of the court.
And Siepel's got a tough matchup here in Miles Ferguson, and he's doing a great job staying in front of him, you know, being quick on his feet, not letting him penetrate and create.
Miles Ferguson, very shifty player, also an adept three-point shooter. We've seen him do a lot of good stuff so far, but Union's been able to keep him at relative play, and there's Finn Cork putting up another shot, but unable to make it, not quite bringing the same magic he had in that first half. Plesser working on the inside, gets trapped. Good job by Baptiste, able to pick up that errant pass. Baptiste on the inside, and it will go.
Just rises up over him.
Makes it look so effortless, flying through the air. Miles Ferguson working on the backside. Finn Cork uses his body, gets in, but Finn Cork just doesn't seem to have the same touch. He's making good moves still and finding the opportunities. There's McGarity, another turnover from him. Just unable to quite control. Let's see Coach Chris Murphy at the bottom of his screen clapping for him, telling him to forget that play and move on. Miles Ferguson, 3. That one's short, bounce off the front. McGarity rebound. Quick drop off to Tedesco. Tedesco drives, shot of his own, takes a few bounces and goes in.
And that's his first points of the night. Tedesco's been leading the team with scoring, so surprising it took him so long to get that first basket.
I think it's just, I don't even think it really reflects too much on his performance.
Not
just
at all.
How much his teammates have been putting the ball in the basket and just really being so effective that he's just been secondary to them at the beginning of these games, just dishing where he can.
Yeah, and he's definitely a facilitator first. His own baskets come second. So
yeah, players, you always got to feed that hot hand if they're working.
Definitely.
And there was a lot of those early on in this game for Union, all over the stat sheet. We'll have free throws here. It's been a pretty clean game. Not too many trips to the line for either team. And no one hit the limit in that first. Free throw no good for Miles Ferguson. 10-point lead for Union College right now. Tedesco thinks about a shot but decides against it. He'll dribble across. Gives it to Plessy. Plessy barely unable to get the rebound, get the layup, and the rebound comes down in favor of Jack Dalgetty.
And that's a textbook pick and roll there. Just got to finish that layup.
Long 3 coming from the middle. That one bounced off the back of the rim, and Tedesco will get the rebound. Tedesco down to Baptiste. Baptiste decides against it. 3 down Broadway. Bounces off the front, no good.
And Clarkson hasn't been too worried about Plesser's shooting. Shooting 14% from the 3-point this year.
Yeah, Plesser's done some good things so far today, but only 4 points on the stat sheet. Some good ball movement there by Clarkson.
Plesser's doing a great job on court this half so far, and that's really his big assignment for the night, so that's good to see.
And we'll get a timeout after a couple baskets in a row. Now an 8-point lead for Union College. We'll be back after the timeout for continued basketball in this second half. Union College coming down the court after the timeout. Tedesco dumps it off. Finds his way to Cummings. We see him back on the court working against Finn Cork. Another new appearance, Christian Duford had a big first half, 17 points. Or 16 points, I'm sorry. Tedesco drops back. Shoots, no good. Bounces off the front of the rim. Finn Cork with the rebound. Now we'll see this Cummings-Finn Cork matchup. But Cork hasn't been nearly as effective with some good defense in this second half. 3, no good.
And Union had a chance at a break there. He just stumbled on that rebound.
Cummings working against Finn Cork on the inside. Cork wanted the penalty or the foul, but won't get it. And now it'll finally go the direction of Clarkson. That one will go against Aaron Cummings. Clarkson moving down the court. Steve Regis with the ball. Pass it off to Cork. Cork, another dribble handoff. Makes his way into the corner. 3. And that one will go. Number 21, Jack Dalgetty. He was letting those fly in the first half, not having too much success. Seems to be finding his groove now with that one. Seipel on the inside. Sends it out. No good for the 3 from McGarity.
It's a good shot for Union there.
Cork drops the ball a little bit on the inside. Now working against Cummings. Gets a shot off, and that one will go.
And Clarkson's really starting to close this gap with 13 minutes left in the second here.
And now only a 3-point lead for Union College. Tedesco, 3. Good.
I think he heard you there, Connor.
Tedesco to stop the bleeding for Union and double the lead. It's a long 3.
Yeah, and it's situations like that, you know, your game's starting to get a little out of hand. They might be coming back on you. You just need your top scorer to hit a 3 for you.
That's what you need, and that's the big. Those big shots are what's going to come in the future, heading into playoffs for Union College. If they can make it there, going to need to be able to hit big shots like that, extend leads, gain back leads, no matter how bad it's going on the court, no matter where the momentum is. And Union claims back their momentum with that 3. 13:02 left. We'll be back after the timeout. Welcome back after the timeout. Union just doubled their lead with a big 3 by Tanner Tedesco. Now 55-49. Clarkson looking to claim back. They were storming back from almost over a 10-point deficit. Got within 3 before the big Tedesco 3-pointer.
And Union was doing this a lot in the first half, applying some full court pressure. Not quite a press, but, you know, making those ball handlers work. And I'm glad they're bringing it back, because why not make the offense work a little harder?
Even just working a little bit more aggressive in that half court above the 3-point line. Got Union a few steals in that first half. Drive to the basket, dumps it. Reverse layup, no good. Finn Cork able to get the rebound on the backside. He'll take a shot of his own. That one won't be good. Some great defense there by Aaron Cummings. Coming back down, due for it. Tedesco, another 3. That one off the front of the rim. Corralled by Ryan Miles Ferguson. Back to Miles Ferguson. He'll dish it off to Burns. Burns to Cork. Cork to Ferguson. Miles Ferguson for a 3. No good off the front of the rim. Good job with the rebound by Cummings.
I'm hoping on this possession they try to get Cork a little more involved in the defensive end. You know, he's not as mobile of a guy as you might like in that position.
As you say it, Cummings attacks him. A big rebound on the other side from Christian Dufort. And that will be an end one.
Yeah.
Christian Dufort goes to the line.
We saw a big first half from him. These are his first of the second half. Hopefully he can get that hot hand back and help Union hold on to this lead.
Yeah, now Union already ballooning their lead back up at 8 points now. That was a big drive by Cummings. Uses his body, pushed back. The also large Finn Cork, who we've seen do great things today, but able to attack Finn Cork, get a good shot off, and then some great rebounding on the backside by Dufort. And Dufort will make his extra point.
And he's been great from the line tonight.
Going back the other way, Steve DeRegis bringing up the ball. Miles Ferguson finds some space on the inside. A couple greedy hands there for Union.
And, I mean, Ferguson's just got such a tight handle on him, and Siepel is still doing a great job keeping him from the basket. I mean, he hacked him there a little bit, but, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to make those ball handlers know you're right there with them.
Yeah, Siepel's been doing a great job all day against the top scorer in Miles Ferguson.
And there it is again.
And there's a big 3 coming from the far side. That's number 10, Frankie Rainville. Haven't seen too much from him today, but again, a 3 when they need it the most. Cuts the lead to 6. Tedesco, mid-ranger. Bounced in and out. Good rebound there by Finn Cork. Finn Cork going back the other way. It's a little Dribble handoff with DeRegis. DeRegis not able to find much. 3 from the other side, no good. Rebound by Tedesco.
Really trying to seal off and get that ball, and he's just having a harder time with the bigger body in Aaron Cummings.
Drive goes in. That takes a couple bounces and finds its way home. Matthew Garside, good drive and able to make the layup. Now an 8-point lead back for Union. Another timeout as these teams need to talk things over. Currently 60-52, 10:48 left in the game. And we'll see you after the timeout. Back out. Clarkson coming down the court looking to cut this lead down. Union's been doing a great job fighting it off. Clarkson was able to bring it all the way back to 3. Then Union brought it back to 10. Now it sits at 8 after a few back and forth. And a great job there by Cummings on the inside, denying Finn Cork, who was the star of the first half for the Golden Knights. Out to the side. Shot. McGarity. No good. Doesn't make it.
Yeah, but Dufort taking that, they know he was a shooter that first half. He got him up in the air. He penetrated and got one of their best shooters an open look.
Drive on the inside for Miles. Loose ball. Cork able to pick it up. Cork will go up, but Cummings will reject him. Cummings has been doing a great job against Cork offensively and defensively in this second half. Now under 10 minutes, 8-point lead for Union remains.
Yeah, and Coach Murphy made a great adjustment there moving Cummings on the court because this half has not been easy for Finn Cork. He was making it look easy getting to the basket in the first half, and Aaron Cummings has made it a lot harder on him.
Yeah, Cummings has done a great job just denying Cork from getting the ball and harassing him when he has it. Now Aaron Cummings with the ball, trying to make some offense of his own, rolls to the inside, but Cork will deny him. Miles Ferguson coming down. Frankie Rainville unable to make it go. Coming back the way of the Garnett Chargers. Matthew Garside will get rejected. Coming back is Miles Ferguson. Ferguson, some great handles, will take a mid-ranger here, and he'll make that go.
That's a Union timeout.
Miles Ferguson, one of the best players for this Clarkson team. Great job of limiting him as much as they can so far. He has 16 points, which is kind of hard to say limiting, but he's been shooting very good from three-pointers. They've been keeping him away from the inside, but both teams were very hot early on in this game. That's when Miles Ferguson really made his money.
Miles Ferguson dropped 26 points on RIT. So, considering that, Union's not doing half bad.
Currently a 6-point lead for Union. They took the timeout, talk things over, going into the last 9 minutes of this contest. We'll be back right away.
And, a real big distinction between this Clarkson team and the Union team. We were talking about the stats of Miles Ferguson with 20 points a game. Their next best, Braden Burns, he's got 15 a game. Union likes to distribute the ball a lot more. Their top scorer only has 12 points, and he's the only player with over double digits in scoring. So, it's a real team effort here in Viniar Gym.
Yeah, Union has a lot of places they can put it, a lot of places where the buckets can come from. And we've already seen that tonight with a lot of different players making impact plays. Baptiste with a big drive, tries to hit the reverse, doesn't get it, but will get the foul. I believe that one will go against Finn Cork.
And that's Cork's third foul today. He's been a big part of the offense. Once you get to that fourth foul, you got to be a little nervous as the big man.
And this team, after Cork, looks a lot smaller. They would have to turn to Ben Phillips, the first-year forward. Also 6'7", but we haven't seen too much of his action today. It's been pretty much the Cork show early on. Baptiste to shoot his second. That one won't go. Rebound by Clarkson. Toscano coming down. Deals it off. Now Cork in the corner. Gives it off to Miles Ferguson. Miles Ferguson with a drive against Baptiste. Will go up. And will get the layup. Miles Ferguson. Very impressive layup from the far side there against Baptiste, who was doing a great job contesting him.
Yeah, and Baptiste, he's a bit of a shot blocker. You got to go into that chest, not give him a chance to elevate. And Ferguson did a great job of that there.
Cummings with a chance at the net, but unable to finish it out. Back comes Toscano. Toscano deals it off to Rainville. Rainville with a drive. Rainville goes up and rejected by Cummings.
Yeah, and normally I would say you can't help off of Cork. You don't want to leave Cork unmanned, but right there, Cummings made it worth it.
He got his money's worth on that slide. Will stay Clarkson ball. Throw goes up to Miles Ferguson. Ferguson drive, no good.
Oh, and Cummings running the floor.
Cummings running the floor, able to get stopped by Cork, and he'll turn it over. Coming back the other way is Rainville, and we'll get the end one.
And that's a really rough turn of events for Union. This free throw makes a chance to cut the deficit to 2 after Union being up double digits at one point in this half.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened a couple times. We saw Union was up double digits, then went all the way back down to 3 points, was the closest it's gotten so far. And we'll see if they can cut it shorter. This will be the shortest deficit they've had since early in the first quarter, I believe, in the first half. And that will make it now a 61-59, just under 8 minutes left. Union trying to find some consistency on offense. Drive to the inside, sends it out. Dufort,
yes.
Will go! They'll find him again after a while of silence. 17 points in the first, only had 2 since then.
And, that's the same thing Tedesco did last time the lead got cut down to this. Went down, hit a big 3, and kept Clarkson at bay. So hopefully they can keep doing that here.
Those threes really bring up back the momentum. There's Rainville, no good. Dufort rises up for the rebound, looking to push the pace. Coming down, Cummings rejected against the backboard by Cork. Dufort had a chance at the rebound, but just barely unable to corral it. Rainville for 3, no good. And this one will go the way of Union College to the dismay of Coach Jeff Gorski of Clarkson.
And that was a great block by Cork, and they tried to run it quickly, catch Union off guard, and Union was lucky that 3 didn't go in, but it remains a 5-point game.
Cummings working on the inside, and that will be a blocking call going against Cork.
And now Cork's in real foul trouble. That's his 4th foul on the night. One more, he's out of the game. Incoming is his sub, the 6'7", number 21 that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's Ben Phillips, only a freshman, the forward from Ballston Spa, New York. Will have to replace him. Ball makes its way to Tedesco. Tedesco ends up having to pass it. Some tight coverage there. Garside on the inside. Gives it off to Cummings. Cummings unable to put the layup in. Some good fight there.
Oh.
Ends up getting it back. Goes back to Cummings. And no, it'll roll out again.
That was a great fight by Dufort to get that rebound, though.
Yeah, just a great fight all around. Dufort coming in. Seipel also putting in an effort. And there, a 3 from the corner. A quick response coming by Miles Ferguson, leading scorer for this Clarkson team. That puts him at 21, just behind Dufort for the game lead. Now here's Seipel, finds some space in the middle. Seipel will put it in. 4-point lead for the Union College.
That's a big response from Seipel. Again, they're not running away with this league, but when Clarkson threatens to cut it down, threatens to maybe tie it up. Union comes up with a bucket.
Miles Turner versus Seapool, and Miles Ferguson will be able to put that one in. Miles Ferguson has done a great job making clutch shots on the other side. Dufort answers right back. Again, straight down Broadway.
We got a little duel going here, I think.
Dufort, 25 on the night. That is his 6th three-pointer made. He's got to be like 6 for 8. Drive to the inside, no good. Great defense by Dufort. Going back the other way is Seapool. Seapool pushing the pace. He'll give a dribble handoff, long 3. Bounce off the front of the rim, no good.
And I think he had Dufort there cutting down the middle. It's a shame he missed that one.
That was a long one, too. Vainville passes it off to Miles Ferguson, and now Miles Ferguson will finally miss.
And that's a big sigh of relief from Union. I think everyone in the gym thought he was making that one.
With the duel we had going, it's all what one person could expect. Working down, Seapool down the side. A big dish. 3, and that one will go for Matthew Garside.
And now Union's building that lead back up. We'll see if they can get a stop here, keep that momentum going.
Union's been able to stop any consistent offensive spews for Clarkson, but they'll get an offensive rebound here. Give it right back. A little bit of a workaround. Here's Miles Ferguson working against Seapool. Miles Ferguson gets in and will get 2.
And that's 26 for Miles Ferguson.
Called it a little bit of an announcer's curse, saying he was going to score less than last game, but Union working here. They've done a great job of scoring in these clutch situations, and there we go again. Tanner Tedesco. 7 points on the night, but all of his points have come at the most needed moments for Union. Miles Ferguson working with the ball again. Clarkson seems to be just going to him as their whole plan. Dishes it out to the outside to the big man. Big man drive, no good. That was Finn Cork's replacement, Ben Phillips. Unable to make it happen. Now Tedesco driving back for his own. Gives it to Cummings. Cummings has a little bit of space. Ends up giving it away. Dufort wants it in the post, I think, versus the much smaller Matt Toscano. But
definitely got a bit of a mismatch there. We'll see if they can get it to him.
Now they'll go to Dufort. Dufort quickly gets doubled, and Toscano gets a hand in there. A couple things happening down deep. Looks like we'll get a foul.
Yeah, and when you've got that size mismatch, especially against a small guy like number 4, bringing it down there, you know, that's when Toscano's going to knock it out. So try to keep it up. Just hit that layup.
Yeah, very interesting to set up that kind of matchup and not be able to switch off of it quick for Clarkson, especially knowing the damage Dufort has caused so far in this game.
And Cork's back in there, so Union should really try to go at him, see if they can get that 5th foul call.
And that had worked well earlier for Cummings. Goes to the corner. Driving to the inside, trying to find something. Seapool, and that shot won't make it towards the net. 2:50 left. 74-67. Lead for Union College. Shot for outside, no good. That was Rainville with the 3-point attempt. No good.
And Union's doing a good job of slowing it down right now. You can hear the coach yelling, wait for an open look.
Don't know if Tedesco lost the ball there or that was an attempt at a pass. It will go off a Clarkson player and end up back in his hands for the inbound. Tedesco gets it into Dufort. Dufort driving down the middle. Finds some space. Uses his body and gets the lay. 27 for the night for Dufort. Still 2 minutes to go. Miles Ferguson making some space. Dishes it off to Cork. Cork going against Cummings. Cork will make it. He's been out for a while, finally making his return. And I think getting his, well, that won't be his first points, but one of the few points he's had in the second half. Tedesco waiting with the ball. Want to take as much time as possible, under 2 minutes.
And I want to see Dufort with the ball, take it right to the basket, challenge Cork, try to force that foul.
7-point lead for the Garnett Chargers. Ball goes up quickly, brought down by Cork, but Clarkson will push the other way, and look at a Tedesco foul, but actually a Tedesco and one.
That's a great make by Clarkson right there.
Yeah, that was Matt Toscano. A really impressive job.
And, you know, with that foul, the clock stops. Clarkson can make some subs, set up a press, really put pressure on Union here to get the ball up the court.
Now only a 5-point lead, well within 2 scores. Looking to cut it down even less. That one won't go. Rebound by Dufort. Union looking for one of those clutch threes. They've been able to hit them so far. Will they get one on this possession? Siepel drives to the inside. Doesn't have anything. Siepel to Cummings. Cummings driving baseline. Cummings with...
And the slow-footed cork. That's what happens.
And the arena is alive. As a slam at the biggest point, and Cork will come back the other way, get a layup of his own.
That's how you answer.
Cuts the lead to 5. Still 2 scores, under a minute now, though. As Union ball, we'll see what Clarkson coach Jeff Gorski is able to cook up in this timeout. Under a minute, and a 2-score deficit, including a 3 for Clarkson.
And Union's definitely in a good spot. I mean, you know, we were saying similar things with the girls' game. With the playoffs coming up, these are the moments you want to test your players. You want to send them to the line, make them hit tough shots, make them hit important shots, and they've been doing a great job of it so far this half.
Yeah, that's been the major thing that Union's done amazing so far this game is hit the shots when you need them. They've been able to kill any real long, sustained momentum runs for Clarkson have been killed by some big threes or some big drives or the big laydown we just saw from Aaron Cummings. They've done a great job of being able to not let this Clarkson team go on extended runs. Now 5-point lead for Union.
57 seconds yet left. You know, they're probably going to have to foul him at some point. I'm curious who Union wants to send to the line here.
Yeah, we'll also see what kind of who they put in as well will be interesting. See if they try to adjust anything for that free throw battle. Fouls currently 5 for Union, 4 for the Golden Knights. Still quite a bit of time left on the clock, though.
Couple fouls to go, too, till they're in that bonus.
Okay. Coming in for Union to inbound, that's number 12, Matthew Garside. Tedesco walking along with him, then Siepel.
And Clarkson isn't bringing a full court press here. I'm curious about that decision. They're going to let that clock run.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to get a turnover on this first one. No big man in for Union, supposedly, presumably, for that free throw battle, keeping it a little bit lighter. Tedesco just dribbling it up top, obviously going to waste as much time as possible. Pump fake, sends it out to the corner, shot, no good, but able to get the rebound, sends it out. Now you have to foul.
Oh, man.
That's pretty much the nightmare scenario for Clarkson, is not getting that defensive rebound. You played the entire time, wasted so much clock just to not have to foul there, be able to get the ball on your own. But then you let up an offensive rebound, and suddenly the clock's very low, and you don't even get the ball in return.
And now you got 25 seconds left. You still need 2 fouls. Maybe you get the ball with 20 seconds left, down 6 or 7.
20 if you're lucky. Tedesco here. Find some space. He'll get fouled quickly.
But,
I mean, what a huge offensive rebound there by Christian Dufort. He has really done just about everything you can ask him this game.
They'll sub off Miles Ferguson with 3 fouls. Just want to go to Tedesco again. Doesn't turn it over. Another quick foul. 21.6. On comes back will be Cork and Ferguson. Now that we're shooting free throws.
And Union's shooting 75% from the line this year, so they've got a lot of great free throw shooters to choose from, and Tedesco's one of them here.
Yeah, and they've adjusted their lineup accordingly. A lot of good free throw shooters on there. You see Christian Dufort. See Matthew Garside, very much smaller lineup than you'd normally see from this Union College team. And the first one will go for Tedesco. He's at 8 points for the night.
And I mean, the small lineups have had trouble with Cork this game, but you got to imagine they're fine with the layup at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need a 3, but Miles Ferguson will just drive to the inside. Only 14 seconds left now. We'll see if they can get a good rebound. And Baptiste with a Hail Mary throw. He'll just hold it. Now down to 12.7.
Well, it's still 1-1, you know. You really got to hit this first one. I mean, making them get the rebound that time was a good call. They lost like 10 seconds off the clock there, so.
Yeah. Both teams getting a little bit of a talk here.
Refs are confused. Nobody called a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Union coach Chris Murphy kind of just called some guys over while shooting the free throw, and Jeff Gorowski was like, well, if you call your guys over, I'm going to call mine over. Looks like this is a free timeout. Refs kind of just let it happen, surprisingly, for at least a few seconds before realizing, hey.
Yeah, they caught on.
Nobody called a timeout. Baptiste to shoot. Baptiste will make his one. 5-point lead. Baptiste to make it 6. And Baptiste will make it 6.
And yeah, Baptiste shoots 77 from the line. Again, too many good free throw shooters for Clarkson to cover them all. There was a game a couple weeks ago here, I want to say against RPI maybe, where they shot like 25 free throws to end the game. And I mean, this team is built for these end-of-game free throw battles.
Yeah, we were talking to our athletic communications director, Steve, and he was talking about it. I think he timed it in the last minute of the game. It was about 20 minutes of real time due to the free throws that were shot. And this Union team survives those long free throw battles.
Yeah, that's college basketball there. That last 5 minutes can take ages. Shout out Steve, though. Great guy.
Steve Sheridan, great athletic communications director here. Great job being at all these basketball games. And the rest of our workers, we got a full table down there full of students all working the scoreboard, shot clock. Takes a lot of things to make a basketball game like this run.
Got a great group.
Especially with these double headers we got between the women's and the men's. And great job by the Union College basketball teams tonight. Union looking to finish this one off after a big win earlier from the women. Coming into these late parts of the season. Hopefully we'll see some playoff matches coming up. And that will be the timeout ending. Out comes Clarkson. We'll get you some of the players out on the court. So it's very important. Jack Dalgetty inbounding. And then, of course, you see Ryan Miles Ferguson down along with Frankie Rainville. It'll go to Rainville. And there's a quick foul.
Yeah, I mean, Union's got fouls to give. Why not run a little more clock? Make them work for it.
Make them inbound every one. Union only at 6 fouls. That was their 6th. Miles Ferguson with the inbound. Has to work it all the way from backcourt. Goes up. Long 3. No good. Doesn't even make it to the rim. Quick foul coming.
That's not going to do much for him. 3 seconds left. And the fans are getting up and going home here.
And that's a 6-point lead for Union with shooting free throws with 3.1 seconds left. I think even the Clarkson side was a little bit confused on what happened with the foul there, but we'll come down and shoot a couple more free throws for Tedesco, who definitely deserves them. Didn't quite have the impact on the score sheet you always see from Union's leading scorer, but was all over assisting, really facilitating a lot of offense, and then all of his points came at the biggest moments for Union when they needed them the most.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, like you said earlier, that's the beauty of this Union team. Today, we saw Dufort drop 27. You know, next game, it might be Luke McGarity. It might be Tanner Tedesco. You know, we got a lot of studs on this team, and bodes well for the playoffs.
Yeah, great win for Union College. That'll take them over Clarkson in the standings into 6th place. Now 7-8 in the conference, along with a tiebreaker versus Clarkson. So great play by Union. Both teams winning today. Both teams making it just a little bit closer to those well-deserved playoff spots in the Liberty League Conference. And signing off, another great day here at Union College in Schenectady, New York. Thank you guys for tuning in.